everybody, welcome to Vista Ventures. I'm Caleb, but thanks for joining me. Today I'm back down in the Dolly Sods. It's been a number of years since I've been down here. I was down here one other time, but really glad to be back down here. It is October 18th. It looks like the drive down here, the leaves and everything were looking really promising in terms of being at their peak. I suspect maybe up here on the Sods it might be a little bit past peak, just being at a higher elevation, but nevertheless should be beautiful. The weather this trip is supposed to be excellent. Supposed to be like sunny skies, like no clouds, about 60 degrees for the high, and then like mid-30s at night. So that should be perfect, perfect hiking here. So I'm over here at the Bear Rocks trailhead. I'm parked here. The parking is kind of got to pick your spot, just because there's not really a well-defined area. There's lots of rocks and stuff, so you kind of got to pick a spot, especially if you had a car with low clearance or anything. But there is kind of a little bit nicer parking area, just, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred yards down the road there. This trip I'm going to be with Dan again from Backpacking Adventures. I'm pretty excited for him to get down here to the Sods. He's never been to the Dolly Sods before, so it should be a great experience for him. We're going to be doing, it's about a 22-mile loop or so, just using a whole bunch of the trails here, kind of making a big counterclockwise loop. I'll be starting off on, I think it's the Bear Rocks trail here. I think it's like 522, and then just kind of be going skirting around the outside of the Sods here. Hopefully get over and see Lion's Head today, and then just end up finding a decent place to camp. So it should be a nice relaxing trip. So with that, let's grab the pack and get on the trail. Alrighty guys, just before 12 o'clock, Dan and I found a really nice lunch spot here, just out on, I believe it's the Raven Ridge Trail. Been really beautiful hiking so far today. Couldn't ask for better weather. It's probably high 50s or so, not a cloud in the sky, just bright sun. Really can't beat it. Really like this northern section of the Dolly Sods. Just some really interesting terrain. You're kind of almost in this subalpine sort of area, which is really neat. But we're getting down here close to the Blackbird Knob Trail Junction, and then we'll jut off. I forget what the trail's called, but it'll take us around. I think it maybe is Breath Mountain Trail. Take us down there to where we'll take that little side trail up to Lion's Head. But yeah, I think we figured for a lunch spot, it'd be hard to beat this. We got a beautiful view behind us, and then these nice rocks here in full sun to sit on. So I think that'll be a great spot. So with that, we're gonna chow down on some calories. All right, just after 4 o'clock, Dan and I just made it up here and got done checking out Lion's Head. Definitely good to be back up here and being able to kind of see some of the fall leaves here behind us, but it's definitely past peak up here. Probably be the first week of October, maybe the last week of September down here, to be honest. But definitely some cool rock outcroppings up here, so highly recommend making the little side trail to get up here. So now we're gonna drop down off of this rock outcropping here behind me, and then start looking for camp, because darkness will be setting in here at 6:30, so we got 2.5 hours to find something. Alright guys, it's 5:30 here. Found what's going to pass for a campsite tonight, just down here off of Red Creek Trail. Maybe, I don't know, 200, 300 yards tops probably from where the Breath Mountain Trail intersects. That's the trail we're going to take tomorrow. So found a nice levelish spot here that we're going to be able to make work for hammocks. It's a kind of a steep drop to get down to the water, but we're both about out. I think I got about 1/8 of a liter maybe to go, so we want to get water, and then rather than keep going and trying to find a better spot, figured, you know, we could at least set up and make this work rather than setting everything up in the dark, which is always a big pain in the butt. So now we're going to pop the packs and get camp set up. guys, it's 6:45. Dan and I each got 4 liters of water lugged up here from down over the bank. Wasn't too bad getting down there. So we've got supper going. Well, Dan's still screwing around trying to get supper going, but I'll tell you how good mine is when it's ready.
It'll be done before I'm even starting.
Tonight on the menu for me, I got this chicken pesto pasta from Peak Refuel. Dan just had this on the last trip and was raving about it.
Oh, yeah.
And it only takes like 5.3 ounces of water, which does not seem like enough.
It's unheard of.
But all right, he assures me that it's good and that that's the proper amount of water. So if it's not, we'll know who to blame. Yeah, I think this is going to turn out to be a pretty decent campsite here for kind of being impromptu. No firewood or anything, but it'll be okay. We each got plenty of stuff to keep us warm. Do expect it is probably going to drop down pretty cold tonight, especially being down here close to the water. We've seen anywhere ranging from like 40 degrees to high 20s is the low. So
I think it's going to get at least in the low 30s.
Yeah, I think it'll be low 30s at least, probably down here by the water. But I got some water going. I'm gonna have a dinner tea here, which will be nice warm drink with dinner. And definitely looking forward to dinner. We didn't really hike that far. Kind of lollygagged, I guess, most of the day.
Yeah, it's fun,
but still nice. Still made it past halfway where we need to be. So it'll be a nice, easy hike out tomorrow. So I'm gonna wait till this gets done rehydrating and then chow down. Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. See how she turned out. Dan, don't burn yourself.
The pots are hot when you take them off the fire.
Wise words. Wise words. That's good. No, at this point, anything warm would probably be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, I brought an extra one of these like sandwich thins along. I'm just gonna like slice it, tear that up and throw that in there just for an extra 150 calories. Very good. All right guys, just before 8 o'clock, Dan and I each got supper and everything wrapped up. Had a hot tea, and then Dan was nice enough to pack me in a hot chocolate with marshmallows, so good job, Dan.
Thanks.
You're a heck of a guy.
No problem.
So we're enjoying that. It's definitely cooling off. I think Dan's thermometer said 39 so far, so I'm sure it'll keep dropping. I'm sure if it doesn't get into the 20s, it'll get real close.
I think it'll get close.
Yeah, because it's really clear out. Where we can still see the stars pretty good. Yeah, really great day. If any of you guys haven't been down to the Dolly Sods yet, I definitely highly recommend it. Just some really interesting ecosystems and terrain and stuff down here that Dan and I aren't used to seeing from up in Pennsylvania. It's kind of a unique area. It's almost like a tundra sort of environment like you'd see up in Canada. So it's definitely really neat and worth checking out. Tomorrow, I think we got maybe 9 or so miles out, so it won't be a big deal. And I'd expect we're going to get into more of that sort of tundra look after the early morning there when we get more up on the northern side of the sod. So definitely looking forward to that. Dan and I each got the doors and everything battened down as best we can here to try to keep the breeze off of us tonight to stay warm. But we each got 20-degree setups with top and under quilt, so I don't expect that it's going to be any sort of a big issue. So that should be.
Yeah,
we should be ready to rock and roll. So if anything else interesting happens, we'll bring you back. But not, guys. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.